Happy Tuesday, everybody. This is Noelle from Pretty Sassy Creations. I want to do a flip or a showcase of an order I received from Lynn at A Bit of Birdsong. I had ordered one of her fun packs that she usually has for sale on Fridays. And initially, this is take two because I did the whole video of even cutting the envelope, and because I had not opened it yet, and so opening the envelope and showing everything. And I didn't realize that when my son called soon after I started the video, I didn't answer it, but that stopped the video. So this is take two, and I've already seen everything. It's wonderful. I am going to have so much fun playing with all of these things. So, like I said, Friday, Lynn at A Bit of Birdsong. I'll also put her link in the description. Yeah, it's some really fun things to play with and utilize in your junk journals. So, without further ado, let's get started with some of these wonderful yarns and fibers that she sent, which we can always use. And I love how this is like just all together and has two pieces to it and twisted. I like that. Then we have some blue and of course some fuzzy yarn. Who doesn't love this? I remember back in the day knitting scarves and using this as well, you know, in the stitches, so it gave it that fuzzy soft feel. And then I did cut this off. This is one of her drawings. And I cut it off the envelope because I will definitely be using that in my journals as well. And here we have little drawing that she did. I love her drawings. This is recent. Well, actually, it is recent. I remember seeing this and I just adored it. And so she's got this from December 8th and a nice little message inside with a vintage paper. Looks like maybe they're in a courthouse. Every minute counts. Don't let him down. I'm thinking, or a law room or library. I don't know, but super cool. And so these weren't, it's in order, but some's upside down, some isn't, depending on how I looked at it before. But we have a nice thick piece of upholstery type fabric here. Some trim. I forget what that's called. Is it eyelet? Very pretty. And look at how pretty this is. Large piece of this. So these, you know, you can put over something in a journal. You can cut out. So many possibilities to use this type of material as well. I love using these in my journals. I've done an ephemera holder with using one of these as the top, or as the, what do you call it? The cover. And even cutting out and making, my gosh, my brain is frozen today. Snippets. I got clusters. Holy moly, Noelle. Let's do better. So this is super fun to play with. And then we have some more of the fabric, the upholstery fabric. And the color choices are just, it's adorable. I love all these colors. And then we have some nice bright fabric for spring that'll be here before you know it. Not that I mind winter, I really don't, but this is our third winter, I believe, here in South Carolina. So it is different from coming from Florida and then moving up. And last year we even had some snow. So, you know, we hadn't had that in the past 12 years. Look at all this. This will be really fun for springtime. And then I saw this and I thought, I actually have a challenge I'm doing right now, and I believe one of the items was polka dots. So I'm going to set that aside and use that today. Some other, okay, I just, those colors. And then this is fantastic. Isn't that pretty? I think that is so pretty. I love all the gold. And here we have an envelope with some playing cards. Those are always fun to play with, and so many different uses for playing cards. And then we have another here, vintage photo, which, like something like this, my vision, put this in a journal and maybe write a little story about her, a little history or biography, even though I don't know her. but I love it. And these inspirational quotes. Lynn always puts these in her journaling, when she's doing a junk journal. Not necessarily I'm thinking these ones, but ones she comes across. And I really like that idea, the positive, quotes or affirmations or whatever have you. It just brings a little something special to your journal. And then here we have some pages from a winter magazine called Nutshell back in 1977. So that'll be nice. Have the different advertisements. And I like looking back at these things. And, truth be told, I have a ton of vintage papers and things like that. But, you buy a book, an old book, and honestly, how many pages are you going to use out of that book? So you might as well put it together and, sell your items or some pages and just more room for supplies, to buy more supplies. But, this sounds weird, but I'm sick of my vintage papers. So I want something different. And that is why I purchased some of Lynn's, because she's got some cool stuff and, stuff I don't have. You all know it be coffee dyed, tea dyed, avocado dyed, painting papers, mark making, texture. I wonder if is this salt? I haven't tried that yet. I wonder if this is salt. And then here we have lace. And it's just, my gosh, it's so cool. And I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for the paper sounds. Okay, and then here we have an envelope, pouch, bag, whatever you want to call it. And look at this. Who doesn't love Snoopy and the Peanut Gang? Pigpen, Charlie Brown, I can't think of her name, Linus, Snoopy, of course. I don't know if that's Peppermint Patty. Super fun. And then we have some holiday imagery from an old book and this wallpaper. Like I had said on my first take of this video, I remember it was in the 80s. I want to say, let's see, maybe 83 to 85. My mother she made 3 rooms into one massive room and did it all in like the mauves and the smoky blue gray and the greens, and it was so pretty. This is a really cool embossed. I really like that pattern. I don't know if it's like, is it 2? I'm not sure, but I really like that over that. And then here we have some more awesome book pages, and I'm not sure of the year on these. I wish I was better being able, and maybe I will someday, looking at these and knowing the year. I'm horrible with that. I'm the first to admit it. Wait, 1908. Okay. This one down here says 1908. That helps. And this, I love her. And I immediately saw me cutting her out, maybe putting her on a colorful background, and maybe writing just a little something sassy. Maybe even my sass is essential. I like her face, and I bet if she was around today, she'd be sassy. Okay, some more. I really do enjoy mixing the older with the new. I find that really fun. This must be the meat and poultry prices. So you could get a spring chicken for $7 a pound. I love this so much. Look how pretty that is. When everything that you sent in your fun pack is going to get used, because it's just awesome. For this, I have a collection of pink and orange journal I want to make. So this will definitely go in there. Again, here's polka dots, so I may pull this aside as well for the my gosh, not collaboration. I forget. Okay. I have this beautiful paper. This too has some pink and some orange, so this will go in that journal as well. Nice paper. Challenge, that's what it is, challenge. So this wallpaper is the peel and stick. How cool is that? I really like that. And here we have some other book pages. This is 1924. So is this Okay, so is this the flapper? Is that flapper hats? Is that time? I should probably have done my research before I looked, but oh, look at these ladies. That's cool. Just cutting this out and have it as a tuck spot. That's really cool. Got a jazz band. Look at these fun ladies. What's she have here? Before skirts climbed to the knee, a lady could keep a flask in her garter. That's awesome. My gosh. Russian boots suddenly became stylish. This picture may explain why. Because she has a bottle of booze in them. Oh my goodness. This is hysterical. A hollow cane was handy in the street and easy to unplug at the table. My gosh, this is hysterical and giving me so many possibilities. That is funny. My gosh. The saloon goes underground. That's funny because I would see that with guys back in the day, like maybe, but the women, that makes me laugh. I love that. And see here we have Dolores Costello and John Barrymore and the Sea Beast. Valentino. Very cool. What the heck is here? Oh, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Lynn, this is so cool. It was even fun going through it a second time. And this paper, I think, will maybe become one of my background papers when I'm painting. So again, I'm going to put Lynn, I'm sure you've all heard of her. She's a wonderful YouTube inspiring artist and creator. Super sweet, and yeah, I really love her channel. She makes it she's soothing to listen to. She really is. And I adore her. And through her, I found Super Lucky Cindy, who I also really enjoy watching. I mean, there's so many. I have so many that I just truly adore. And I will put Lynn's link down in the description box for those of you that may be interested. I believe, like I said, her fun packs do come out on Fridays. Not always, but usually. And look at, this is amazing. I can't remember what I paid for it. If it wasn't very much, and it included shipping. So it was unbelievable. So thank you, Lynn, for that. Was even more fun going through a second time. And so now that we've done that, I do want to show you a few books that I did save from going in the bin. These were last call at the library before they went away. So I went ahead and grabbed them because I thought it has some really pretty imagery here and some nice blocked letters that, you could cut out or, maybe use as a sentence. Maybe there's one here you want to use in your junk journal. But I thought these would be great cut out and put down as journaling spots. And you could even go as far as backing them and make them as tags or whatever you like. But they were just too pretty to see not being used. And at first when I looked through this, I'm like, I think I would embellish it a little bit. But now looking at it again, I don't think I would. I almost think I would just put this down on a journaling page for somebody to journal on. Whoever, whether it be myself or somebody that I send the journal to or that buys the journal, whatever. Those are great. So I got that one. And then there was this one as well. It's called Thoughts About Listening to Your Heart and Becoming the Person You Want to Be. And it has some really great things written in it that I too can see myself using. And again, some nice, looks like watercolor images over here. Not as many as the other, but still, and this paper is really nice. And even like here, you could cut this out and make a pocket or a little journaling card. But right here, it just says, just take it easy, rest for a change. You could just cut that out. So yeah, this is another really good find, I think. I'm really happy I found these. And then here we have a collection, the collected poems of Helen Steiner Rice, called Someone Cares. And what drew me was the flowers. But again, look at these. She's got some great little poems. But again, I love the imagery. I find that so calming and nice. I really do. So I got that. And then this book, like I need another bird book, but they've got some really neat ones to cut up and use in your junk journals. And yeah, I don't know what it is with birds and junk journals, but I really enjoy using them. So again, some really fun things there to play with. So there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed my stuff that I received from Lynn, and also if I got from the library. Wishing you all a fantastic afternoon and Tuesday. Hopefully you'll see this on Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Hopefully I'll get it up on Tuesday. So everyone, thank you for joining and tuning in. If you liked what you saw, please hit that subscribe button and the bell to notify you if I have anything else coming on. And of course, subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye.